Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I certainly hope you're doing good. And I tell you, I'm doing better because all last week I've been under the weather. But I'm coming back. And I tell you, I'm truly glad to be with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. You probably still hear a little bit of that cold in me. It's almost gone, but not quite. But I'm feeling a whole lot better than I was a few days ago. And I certainly appreciate your time and your love and support. I really do. In the midst of all of this, I'm so grateful. And I want to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. And of course, I am indeed TJ. And it's certainly a pleasure to be with you. I consider it a joy, an honor, and a privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. And so, as I come on today, first of all, I want to say thank you for your faithfulness and your loyalty, your your generous support, and I'm not talking about monetarily because, I don't beg for money, but I certainly appreciate your following me on YouTube and all my other platforms. If you do, I'm very appreciative of that. And, and so I just want to come on here for a few minutes today to talk about something that, I think it's something that has affected a lot of us over the years from childhood up to this present time. Uh, you know, as we go through life, we experience many different trials and tribulations, and we have all kinds of circumstances that we face, both good and bad. Now, good things that we experience, it's like sometimes people take those for granted, you know. It's like we expect the good things to transpire. But what about the bad things, and the bad memories that are made as a result of those things? Well, that's pretty much what I want to discuss for a few minutes today. I'm just talking about bad memories because I have a lot of bad memories myself. I can, if I had time, I could go into many details about some of the bad memories that I have, but time won't permit me to do that. And I wouldn't even subject you all to endure that either. But you have your own bad memories, things that have happened to you and in your lifetime as well. And so I'm sure that as you look back, you can reflect on certain things that has happened over the course of your life, starting in childhood and going into adolescence and then your teens, young adult and middle age perhaps and on and on. You can think about those things because I find myself thinking about them a lot. And I guess the older we get, the further back we can look at the things that we've experienced. Now, of course, it's been said that experience is the best teacher. And perhaps some of the things that we have gone through in our lives, they served a very important purpose. That purpose probably being teaching us a valuable lesson. And I think we've learned lessons from some of the things that we've gone through, though they may have appeared to be bad and negative. Oh my God! But we survived it, and that's the main thing. You know, Anytime you can come out on the other side of a thing, and and you're still intact, you're all in one piece, then I think there's something to be grateful for. Because, there are a number of people out here who experience some of the things that we've gone through ourselves or something similar. And sadly, they didn't make it. They didn't survive. But because we survived it, I think we have a lot to be thankful for. We really do. And so, uh, you know, when you're talking about bad memories, I mean, you can go in all sorts of directions. I mean, from childhood, you may consider the loss of your favorite toy as a bad memory because it was a bad experience at that time. Your best friend moved away, moved out of town or something. That might be a bad memory. You know, that's something that you hated to see take place, but you didn't have any control over it. Or you saw your parents get divorced, and for children, that's very difficult. They don't understand what would cause their mothers and fathers to split up like that. And oftentimes children think that it's their fault, that their parents got divorced. But it's never the child's fault. It's just somehow things didn't work out for their parents. You know, they began to realize that they just couldn't get along with each other, or something else happened, and that led to them going their separate ways. And then when you enter your teens, there are a bunch of things that can transpire that can create bad memories, like having your parents discover certain things when you're a teen, certain things about you. They may be of a sexual nature or social. You're hanging with whom they may consider to be the wrong crowd or the wrong individuals or something like that. Or I mean, it's a bunch of stuff. You know. Then when you become an adult, oh man, don't even get me started on that. You get a job and you think you got something, and then boom, you end up losing it. Bad memories. Or you get out here and you have a car accident. Bad memories. You go through a breakup. You think that you're gonna end up getting married to a certain person, only to have them to call it off at the last minute, or even before you had a chance to propose to them. They come and tell you that they've met somebody else, and so, or they're gonna go back to their ex or whatever. Bad memories. Perhaps you were dogged out, mistreated by somebody, or somebody lied to you about something, or lied on you, accused you of doing something that you didn't have anything to do with. All those are bad memories that are created, and they linger with us for the rest of our lives. But now the key to dealing with bad memories is to try not to dwell on them too much. You can't help to have flashbacks of certain things. We all have flashbacks about a lot of stuff, but we try not to let those flashbacks get the best of us, because they will if we allow them to. So it's never a good thing to wallow in self-pity. I wouldn't advocate for that at all on anybody's behalf. And I certainly wouldn't advocate it for myself either. So if we can just focus on the good memories that we have from our life's experiences, I think we'd be better off. Now, that's not going to stop us from having flashbacks about some of the bad things that have happened to us over the years. But no matter if they were good or bad, they taught us lessons. They showed us some things about ourselves. And anytime we can learn something about us as an individual, that's a good thing. And then in turn, what we have learned from the experiences we've had, we can turn around and help somebody else. It's supposed to be an ongoing thing. Each one teach one. We reach out and help somebody else. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Bad memories. And Lord knows I got plenty, over these last 44 years. But I'm thankful. I really am. And I don't take for granted anything that I've gone through, because as I look back over some of the things that I've gone through, I realized that things could have been worse. So therefore, I don't complain. I just take it in stride and keep on keeping on. And I encourage you to do the same. So on that note, I want to thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of TJ's Topics. I tell you, it really was a pleasure to be with you. And I hope that you'll tune in again next time. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe if you already haven't. And feel free to share with whomever you wish. So until we meet again, this is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. And as we wrap up this month of April, I hope that each of your rounds will go higher and higher. And we're going into the month of May starting this week. So let's get ready. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.